Welcome, another Warriors preseason game, another Romjednaras video. I'm sorry for the Czech language there, Romidas, obviously, that is. And once again, Steve Kerr experimenting with the lineups, starting a completely different group and running with a lot of different groups, which, I mean, that's what the preseason is all about for him, and he talked about as much. And this time we started Steph Curry, GP2, Moses Moody, Kyle Anderson, and Draymond, which was an intriguing combination. Felt like there was not enough shooting on the floor. And like I keep repeating every video so far, GP2 just doesn't seem like a fit anymore. Maybe for, truly just situational moments, situational defense, but the defense doesn't look as great, even though he did better today defensively, didn't foul as much as he just has been fouling throughout the last couple of years. But I think it was more also about De'Aaron Fox missing wide open shots over him when he defended Fox, which just doesn't bode well for GP2 overall at all. But we'll just have to wait and see. Steph also jammed his finger on his shooting hand, which isn't great, but thankfully, apparently, he was fine and he was going through his regular post-game workouts. So Steph should be fine, but still a scary moment nonetheless, right? It would be fucking awful if he just got hurt instantly, especially a shooting hand injury, right? But thankfully, knock on wood, it should be fine. But obviously, noticeable thing is Kyle Anderson. He and Moses Moody are the ones we should talk about from the starting lineup. Kyle Anderson, three ball looks ready, and he hit 2 in the first quarter, and it looks better than it usually does. And you see that they want to use him truly as the hub. Which, I mean, in regular seasons, you would expect him to fill mostly those Draymond minutes when Draymond is on the bench, and then maybe be a plug-and-play player. He can obviously set good screens. He is a good passer out of the pick and roll. You only need him to be aggressive enough offensively. If he can just hit that floater, hit that push shot in the middle of the floor, that would, keep the defenses more honest with him. But, I mean, you surround him with shooters, and that's probably going to be a good recipe for the bench. And Moses Moody, 23 points tonight. He was as aggressive as it gets offensively, and it looks better offensively a lot. But I do also think Moody is pressing a little bit too much, playing a little too selfishly, not Warriors-esque-ish. Not Warriors-esque, that's the better word. Not as Warriors-esque as you would like him to, but he obviously wants that playing time, and I guess the offense the way to do it for him right now. But you would want to see some more noticeable improvements defensively, and him not wanting the ball, too much, especially in fast break situations where he's been too selfish there. He wants the ball back, and he wants to score on those fast breaks. We'll see how it works out, but I mean, overall he was impressive tonight, and of course the offense is really exciting for him. As for the second quarter, we had a lineup once again of Steph, Podziemski, JK, Draymond, and Looney. That's obviously a lineup that we're going to see in the regular season, very likely. No Melton in the first half, which was intriguing, but I think with DeAnthony Melton, they saw enough next to the great guys, next to the regulars that they like. Obviously, trying to see him with other options, and they're obviously trying to see other options. And DeAnthony Melton didn't look as great today as he was looking in the first 2 games, obviously. But he still did look. I mean, I'm still really excited about Melton and his overall potential. And I mean, the three-point shot just wasn't falling after the first quarter, which just happens to the guys. What else is there to actually say? Kyle Anderson threes, we talked about that. Draymond was a little sloppy today, but all you are happy about with Draymond is that he just looks ready to shoot the ball, and that's what matters the most. And Trace checked in also late in the second quarter. He has not been, flashy. Him and Podziemski essentially have not looked like improved players, right? So far throughout this preseason, which is not a good sign overall. but Podziemski should be the point guard, backup point guard. Trace probably should be the backup big if Looney is actually ready to shoot that mid-range and he looks more just healthy, he looks more flexible, he looks more spry, it looks like he's able to move way better again. So it might make more sense to have, you know, Podziemski and Trace both be in the second unit, but it's also a little concerning. The Podziemski floater just doesn't look great. I've talked about it every video, and it's kind of scaring me. He had 6 turnovers tonight, which, I mean, the passing was great last game. Tonight it wasn't. You hope he will be able to be consistent with that shit, but he's just not yet. And Trace obviously still had his moments defensively, protecting the rim, but he has not looked improved that much. Shout out to Guy Santos getting some minutes. Shout out to these big men looking pretty solid actually after what was a really weird first game against the Clippers where he just didn't look like he belonged at all. Quinton Post also, you know, they're trying to use him as a hub also, and he was forcing some of the passes, had just 1 turnover thankfully, but he looked better moving at least. And shout out Pat Spencer, obviously, he played really well in his 6 minutes and hit the game winner. And yeah, not much else to say here. We saw, like I said, a lot of different lineups. After the starting lineup, we saw that it was once again Steph, Kuminga, Podziemski, Kyle, and Draymond, which is intriguing. And I genuinely wonder how Wiggins fits on all of this, which we talked about. But I guess the starting lineup is pretty set to me, right? To me, it should be Steph, Melton, and I like Kuminga in there. I mean, his 3-ball looks really good, man. You would like at the free throws to be a little better. He was 6 of 10 tonight. You have to have him at least 75%. You would love 80% from him from the free throw line. If he's able to get there at least 5-6 times tonight, because, I mean, he was getting fouled left and right today. And there were a lot of free throws in this game. This game did not flow well at all. The referees were not in a good form today, in my opinion. Even though there were a lot of fouls, it also felt like the referees just were ready to blow the whistle all the time. And Kuminga's 3-ball looks good, so I would start him. Then it's obviously Draymond, and then I would go with Looney right now. And then the backup unit should be Podziemski. Buddy Hield very likely should get those minutes because he's been looking really, really good. Moody, I guess Wiggins and Kyle Anderson, and you rotated with Trace. I guess Moody's and Buddy Hield minutes will be a little interchangeable. I really just don't know. With Wiggins, he should not be playing on Sunday. I'm pretty sure we play again. Yeah, we play the Pistons on Sunday, and he should not be playing in that game apparently. So, you know, I don't know, but Steve talked about him just having a huge role and how huge he's going to be for us, Wiggins status. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see for that, but I'll be back on Monday with the Pistons video, as always. And yeah, be kind to yourselves and others, be gentle with yourselves, and I'll catch you all then.